Hey guys, Green 837 here for part 4 in my survival kit series. We're beginning to digress away from just my survival kit. We've gotten into in the past video, actually 2 videos, some of the other gear I carry on my basically what I call my 10 essentials belt. Now I'll show you that belt. It is a cheap, $5 Army surplus Alice pistol belt. Now, you can see I've modified it. I made it lighter, considerably lighter. The metal furniture on this is actually pretty heavy. It's uncomfortable. These are bicycle inner tubes. I've cut up and added. It actually holds pretty well. And I always I'll carry a little extra in case. If I'm carrying more gear on this and increasing the weight and I don't trust these, I'll add some to it. It's basically like big rubber bands, and it makes it comfortable. I'll give you a link in the description of where you can, just a simple page that showed me how to do this on a good survival site called Alpha Rubicon. That's the thing. Making it comfortable makes me want to carry it all the time. Whenever I'm out. Now, some of this stuff, I don't know if I mentioned it, I don't always carry it. If I'm going to a place that doesn't have a river or a lake nearby, I'm not going to carry this. Okay, it's light. It's still plastic, maybe 5-6 ounces. But it's not needed. It takes up room for other stuff. So, get that. Will I take this? Maybe. Chances are I might find a little stream. Might want to do a little fishing for some small bonefish, bony fish as we call them here in Georgia. But that's just one of the things. I'm gonna carry 3 knives. Sometimes I'll select them. This one isn't always in there. Sometimes I'll have just my little ringer. This knife. It's all dependent on the situation. If I'm going someplace where it's not going to be a cold night, where it's going to be a pretty decently warm night, I'm not going to carry this. Now I haven't mentioned this before, but this is something that I frequently will have. It's an Adventure Medical Kit's bivy bag. Now this is not, see, heat sheets, emergency bivy. Now this is not the emergency space blankets we've all seen and used. And to anybody who's ever used one, you know how bad they are. They really don't insulate any of your body heat that well. And the only way that works is if they're close to your skin, really. And they're flimsy little blankets. If you're like me, I'm 6 foot. 6 foot. Depending on which convenience store I'm walking out of, I'm 6 foot, 6'1". I weigh 35 pounds at last checked. I'm a big guy, so a little blanket's not going to do me good. This is actually a pretty good product. Thought I'd throw in a little review here. It unfurled. It'll go up to my head, a little over my head. It's wide enough for my shoulders. I'm a pretty broad-chested guy. It's not as comfortable as, say, your 100-degree or 0-degree rather sleeping bag, but it insulates very well. Its material stretches instead of tears. If you sleep on something that's full of sharp rocks, which would suck if you did, or one sharp stick, you might get a tear. But if you've got duct tape on a stick, you can fix that real quick. Something else I'll usually carry is some kind of beverage powder or something to make a little. Everybody likes a little flavor in the water. Sometimes just bland water is no good. Noon. This is a little. I'm not gonna open it now. They're little packets. They look like very thick Alka-Seltzer, and they taste all right. Lemon lime tastes all right. It's about $6, cheaper than this similar product called Camelback Elixir, but it's pretty good. Gives you vitamins, some electrolytes, no sugar. Sugar and caffeine are not your friends when you're out camping. I'm going to tell you that. But a good night's sleep and adequate hydration are. You know, food's not. I carry food. I carry some Cliff bars. You know, or some energy bars, and if I'm packing in my own meals, I'll do that too. But yeah. All right. So let's get. Speaking of drinks, well, this is what I use a lot. USGI canteen. Drop my camera. Sorry about that. I don't have a very sturdy mount for it. USG, like I said, USGI canteen. But in it, hold on. Let me get this camera back on the mount. In it, I've got a. Well, it's not very easy to get out now, so I'm just gonna move the camera. Canteen cup, you know, for boiling water. You know, I can use this little pan. I can cook food in there. I've done it. It's a little heavy. It makes it a little heavier, but I don't have a problem with it. Now, I don't usually carry a stove. That's just a personal thing. I have stoves. I have some gas-powered stoves. Drop my camera again. I'm a little clumsy right now. I've a little bit to drink. So, no, I'm kidding. But yeah, I've carried stoves. I've got sterno stoves and gas stoves. I mean, they're good. They're good if you want like quickly to boil water, or quickly cook something. But I prefer open campfire. Now, my other water bottle is an Nalgene. Now, if you've ever read Cody Lundine's books, you recognize this. It's got duct tape wrapped around it and a little paracord carry strap. I mounted a little carabiner on there. Wide mouth, Lexan. It's a great little water bottle. I love these things. Not much insulation though, so if you're going somewhere freezing, I hope you wrap these things, or you have an Arctic canteen or something. I have a Camelback-esque type thing. I don't usually use it. I just don't like it. So let's see what else we can get. Okay. Now, so we're going over some more stuff on my survival belt, or my 10 essentials belt. And this is my belt knife, Gerber LMF 2. I love Gerber, actually. I do like. It's one of the few brands I trust, and also one of the few economical brands out there that has good knives. This one's made in the USA, Portland, Oregon. Let's take it out real quick. We don't have a lot of time. Getting it out of the sheath's a little bit of a hassle. It's a fairly balanced knife. Tang isn't full. It comes to here to electrically insulate the handle, which is actually a very comfortable handle. It fits my hand perfectly. Like I said, I'm a big guy, so sometimes it's hard to find a good knife or a good pack. It's partially serrated, and I've seen some people just completely disregard this knife as a viable survival knife because of the fact that it's a serrated edge. Now, to me, I prefer the serrated edge. I mean, it adds some versatility. Now, especially this type of serrated edge. I call it the so-called recessed serrated edge. It's not a very prominent sawtooth that's gonna just tear, but it's still, you still have a serrated edge. That advantage. What advantage? Well, you can saw through stuff. It makes cutting rope a heck of a lot easier. And if you're like me and spend a lot of time near lakes, rivers, and on the ocean, I mean, it's a good little knife. Well, not little. It's almost a foot long. But it's a very durable, thick blade. I mean, that's... Oh, I don't know. I'm not good at measuring lengths, distances, and stuff. It's a thick blade. And you can hammer on that thing. I've done it. I've batoned wood. I've split wood with this. I mean, this is for I got it for $85. You can get it for cheaper now. Just my favorite knife. This goes with me anywhere that it's acceptable to carry a belt knife. Yeah. And it's got a pretty cool little sheath. I mean, I've had to replace it because if you use it as a hammer, it can split this thing in half. But that's just it's a cheaply designed sheath. I'll admit it. Then this is the integrated sharpener, and I have it so I can carry it on my belt and then hook it, snap it on my thigh. Well, alright, we're hitting about 11 minutes now, so that's the end of my video, part 4. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the other 3. Comment and subscribe, please. Thank you for your time.